మీ అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఎస్ 24 మీడియాకి ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్.
So anyway, I'm telling you, like, because of this difficulty of the paperwork of the other families, I moved ahead with the 7 Nizam. I've already covered that also. And whenever we get something out of it, we'll make sure that the 1 to 6 children who are distinct, and they all belong to a certain trust called the, anyway, I'm forgetting the name. It's a Sarfakhas trust. Sahibzadas or Sarfakhas, something like that. And they belong to that. So they will definitely benefit from all this. That I'm assuring them. And another thing is, a lot of them, in their case, hundreds, thousands of them have signed me in formal and informal papers also as their head, as the ninth Nizam of their dynasty too also. And so I'm assuring them that whoever signed, they will benefit more than the people who have not signed. And I have my own personal properties also. I assure it on my passing, I'll make sure that, I'll benefit somebody, right? It's very logical because I don't have a family, I'm still single. So whenever I pass, something of mine will go to them. So one thing is very clear, that I've already been giving them things without receipt. I've been giving them all around, but I don't take receipts because it's for my family. When you distribute things, you don't take receipts for it. So anyway, even apart from, and they know it, at least 1,000 of them have received something, and they know that I'm just giving from my side and not taking anything. So even when I pass away, I'll definitely leave something, which is logical, right? Whoever backs me, because who else will I leave it to? So that is another point I wanted to make. And so we are moving ahead with this case, and so I'll end with that now. I said, for the last time, I would like to benefit the community of Hyderabad. I mean, that community of Hyderabad means it's across faiths, across, anything. Across any, sects, or you can say across, whatever. I mean, you got the picture. I don't want to say across religions because, I don't even want that to even crop up. I mean, I don't even consider that. So I'll end with that now because I think it'll be just a repetition. And there's a lot more to say about the history, but that's another subject for another day. I just said some of it which is relevant today, and in a very brief way. And that was also required to understand the uniqueness of a thing. Uniqueness between the 7 Nizam descendants and the descendants of the 1 to 6. The power and the properties had moved to 7th, which is very obvious. So the 7th have a larger right. I've repeated that. If you can censor part of it, I'll be very obliged. So I'll end with that now. I'm Raunak Yar Khan. Thank you very much. Usman Ali Khan had 16 sons, and he had 16 sons and 18 daughters. On my left and right are the sons of the 16 and of the 34 siblings. 34 siblings who are the Nizam's children. Thank you. Which you are more keen on knowing about the Nizam's property. Nizam's estate. So he'll be coming now. And another good thing is, this subject has been headlines earlier. It was like front page news with, all the deforestation taking place on 450 acres, which is not a small thing. It was very debated. People were protesting. So it was really in the news. So if you want to ask any more questions about it, more technical questions about the legal papers are the ones which cover the revenue records and all that, which are presently available today. They are also in the name of the Nizam. Apart from the blue book, which categorically states that this belongs to Nizam, and he'll tell you the page number, he'll tell you the section and all that. So if you wait for 5-10 minutes, it'll be worth your wait. I just hope you just have that patience with me. And I'm also asking the 1 to 6 people to be patient with me because they'll benefit. There's no way I can prove anything, but they know very well I've been doing a lot already and I've never taken anything in return. And whatever I've said till now is that I will add to their fortunes. I've never stopped them from going anywhere. They are free to go where they want, do what they want, fight with anyone they want to. All I've got them to write to me is saying, and the agreement is that whatever I can benefit them by, I will add to their fortunes. That's all. Nobody is stopping them anyway. So I can't, take any advantage of them. And when I go, definitely the people who are still signatories with me, even if I don't manage anything, they will still be beneficiaries. And they'll also benefit. Once they get the papers organized and they file a case, if it's accepted by the court, the 7th will obviously have no objection because it will be accepted by the court. That is their good luck or good fortune. So I'll end with that now, I suppose. Thank you very much.
जो ये लैंड इशू है, ये कंचा गच्ची बोली का केस चल रहा, डिफॉरेस्टेशन का, और वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चल रहा वो। और जो अपनी लोकल है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, वो झाड़ पूरे निकलवा दी रही थी। वो जंगल का एरिया है, वो 450 एकड़ पे था वो फॉरेस्ट एरिया। उसके बाजू हैदराबाद सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी का भी हिस्सा है शायद, और बाजू भी है वो, वही एरिया है वो गच्ची बोली का। तो उसमें Pardon? English में. So basically, when they started denuding the forest, it started appearing the press because a lot of people protested that forest being cleared because that's a green lung space and all that. So the people who are interested in conservation, they kind of took it up and they demonstrated and all that. So a lot of heat was generated. It was represented in the headlines in the press. So the Supreme Court took up the case and they're deciding on whether the state government is justified in clearing the forest, whether they have the requisite permissions from the right conservation departments and all that. So while the case was going on, in an IA we got our IA kind of accepted to take up the matter and also put forth our rights over the property, which is another section. So anyway, that is what the case is all about, and the case next hearing is on the 28th. The last hearing was on the 7th, and an IA has been accepted, and then there's some decision will be taken whether to take up the matter about, it won't be about so much about the ownership, because this is more about the deforestation and conservation. And I think we will be sent back to civil courts here in Hyderabad or Telangana to take up the matter over the ownership. So then we can start fighting, and then we can have a chance of negotiating with the people who are unrightfully, without proper rights, kind of encroaching onto it, and we have a right to kind of put our papers forward and all that. And in all the papers which are in the revenue records, it's still mentioned in the Nizam's name. And the people on my left and right, Milad and Osman, they are, I told you, grandsons, and their fathers' names are listed in the constitution. Constitution when Nizam merged with India. So it will be not very difficult for them to prove. Then there's a blue book which was listed the Nizam's properties during the time of the merger. So there's an assurance given by the President of India that certain lands will be the Nizam's. After he merged, like a lot of it will go to India, but some will be with him because there was a king ruling from the last 224 years. They had certain rights. So in the rights, he still owns the land. So we are fighting for that now. And once it comes to civil court, we have a lawyer who's very capable. His name is Mr. Vihar. He's already here now. He will talk about the rest of it. And you can pose questions to him. And he speaks Telugu also, so you are very lucky he's arrived now.
My name is Muhammad Vihar Hussain, advocate. I am the practicing lawyer before the Telangana High Court as well as the Supreme Court of India. And I'm also having my senior colleague, Mr. Wasim Khadri, who is also representing before the Supreme Court. In this case, the very case is that the government of Telangana, they are trying to encourage the very private property of HES the Nizam, Nawab Osman Ali Khan. The very land is of survey number 25 and 26, totally measuring 2,700 acres of land, situated at Gachibowli, which is more popularly known as Kancha Gachibowli. And that particular land does not belongs to the government. It's purely a private patta land of HES the Nizam. So after the merger of Hyderabad into the Union of India, agreement has took place between the HES the Nizam, Nawab Osman Ali Khan, and the Union of India. Under the agreement, all the movable and immovable properties for which the government of India has promised to protect the lands, and thereafter, after passing of the agreement, all the immovable properties which are the private properties of HES the Nizam were declared as private properties by the proceeding conducted by the Union of India. And as per the proceeding, this subject property, survey number 25 and 26 of Gachibowli, belonging to HES the Nizam, not to the government of Telangana. So there is misconception in the public, and also the encroachment drive made by the Telangana government in order to alienate the property to the companies, which is totally arbitrary, it is illegal, it is unconstitutional. And also it is pertinent to mention here that in lieu of the revenue record also, in lieu of the Setwar and the Vasul Baki as well as the Khasra Pahani, that land belonging to HES the Nizam, he is there mentioned as a khatedar, as a pattedar in the revenue records. So the government of Telangana is having nothing to do with it. And we are having all the legal heirs who are representing before the Supreme Court to protect the rights. And we are having Mr. Raunak Yar Khan. He is declared as the ninth Nizam by the popular vote of the family members of HES the Nizam. Because in lieu of Article 18 of the Constitution of India, the title has already been abolished of all the rulers in India prior to the independence of India. Thereafter, only to protect the interest of the family members has made him as the ninth Nizam, Mr. Raunak Yar Khan, to come forward to protect the private properties of HES the Nizam. And we are having Mr. Mir Usman Ali Khan. He is the grandson of HES the Nizam. And Mr. Milad Ali Khan, he is also a grandson. Mr. Milad Ali Khan is here. He is also a grandson. He is the son of Imdad Jah Bahadur. And Mr. Mir Usman Ali Khan is the son of Mr. Zulfiqar Jah Bahadur. They are the grandson of HES the Nizam. And they are the petitioners before the Supreme Court. And they have filed the implete petition in the so moto writ petition civil number 3 of 2025, taken cognizance by the Supreme Court of India to protect the forest because of the deforestation drive was being conducted by the government of Telangana to protect the environment. The Supreme Court has taken a so moto cognizance case. That is a writ petition civil number 3 of 2025, in which we have filed an implete petition by the legal heirs of HES the Nizam to protect the property. And now I wanted to declare and also pertinent to mention that the property of Gachibowli is a private property of HES the Nizam. And the government of Telangana is having nothing to do with it. And the government of Telangana, by encroaching, it's more particularly can say that government of Telangana is grabbing the land of the HES the Nizam. And they are become a land grabbers these days, the government of Telangana. So I urge the media people and the general public to come forward to protect the property of 2,700 acres. And the legal heirs of Nizam, they have also declared that they will do some land would be distributed to among the poor persons also out of 2,700 acres. And HES the Nizam, he is having 16 sons and 18 daughters, out of which the surviving legal heirs are more than 200 now. But out of that 2,700 acres, they promised that they will do some extent of land for the poor people, poor civilians of the backward classes and minorities of the people of Telangana. They'll distribute that lands to the poor people. Majority of the land would be distributed and rest of the land would be for the legal heirs. So the government of Telangana should stop the drive of alienation, illegal alienation of the property to the companies of the Gachibowli land. And that's it. Thank you.